one right in front of the TD Garden. There was this lovely little turning lane right in the middle of the road. They said, yeah, that looks good enough. We should get this light any second now. There we go. Takes about 30 seconds. So you're going to want to look to your right as soon as we start to go. You're going to be able to see into the TD Garden a little bit. It's kind of this open area like the escalators. It may or may not be decorated. Don't take my word for that. It was pretty fun though on game days because you have all of these people who are trying to sell like their knockoff Bruin Celtics merch. So like this area you can't even see inside of it whatsoever because it's just so many people. Fortunately, the game was yesterday. They got the red, so we're gonna get the screen. Here we go. Starts leaning you backwards.
Okay.
It's kind of a scary, not really a fun way to ride. Here. Have you ever heard of Whitey Bulger?
Yep. From The Departed.
From The Departed. I'll take it.
I didn't do a history class or anything, but I saw the movie.
Very accurate movie, for sure. So we're gonna kind of pass it. Right about where that WWE sign is, kind of where that tree is. If you went right down the street this way, there's this parking garage now, and that actually was his primary building. The kind of crazy thing about the location is that the FBI was telling the government for years, right? They're saying, we don't know where this guy is, we have no leads, we can't seem to catch him. The thing about that is this is the FBI building, so they could quite literally see his building from their...
What's this round building here? That's a cool looking building.
So this, we call it the gateway to the West End. Essentially what happened is they had plans to do this above ground subway line, kind of like Minneapolis, they have something like that. And what happened is this was going to be the West End's main train station. And they couldn't really do much with the subway line until this building was finished. They actually completely changed their minds. They said this is going to be really difficult to do with the current like traffic situation, everything we want to do, this big dig. And they didn't tell these guys that they were basically canceling this project. They just kind of let them finish their contract, finish the building. So apparently the very last day they finally finished it, they said, hey guys, we're ready for these trains, right? And they said, actually, we're not doing that anymore. So it's basically this useless...
That building was in The Departed.
This building was in The Departed.
Okay,
Yes,
I recognize that building.
So this was the police headquarters slash FBI building. In real life, it's like a center of mental health and also unemployment. Very, very different than... I think for a period of time it was the police headquarters, like the actual one in Boston. Now we have this new fancy one which is on the completely other side of the city. It's really fun though, those stairs lead to absolutely nowhere.
Yeah, it's a cool looking building.
Yeah. You can see it with like Leo like right here. Pretty cool. It's interesting that you say cool. I think I would use a different word.
It's a generic term that applies to a lot of stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Usually I hear ugly.
No, I think it looks, I mean, it's unique.
It's unique, yes. That's a better way to say it. It's kind of this, so in the like 60s, 70s, the boring architect history. So 60s, 70s, they started doing this thing called brutalist architecture. It was actually supposed to be the new like modern architecture because it was so easy to build. It was also so cheap to do. Also very hard to tear down, we found out. They basically thought that those ugly concrete buildings were like the future of architecture. They're all over the city. Really nothing we can do about them anymore. You don't see any cars.
We're still going this way?
Oh yeah. Wait a second. So this building up the street, this is another brutalist architecture building, is actually voted the third ugliest building in the country.
That's not that bad. I've seen way worse. I've seen way worse.
I do my best not to say anything bad about them on my tours. I think New York City has some buildings that absolutely blow this out of the water.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
They have that, what is it? Like the 461 tower or something, like ruin the city skyline. I think that's number one for this list. Oh, interesting.
I don't think you're supposed to be doing that.
I also think that's probably not a safe idea. I'm not a judge. I do that on the Segway bubble. Try not to be in the road as much as we can. We're going to take this left turn. We're going to get this little green arrow. There's no bike path. So how long are you in Boston for?
Till tomorrow. Then I head out to DC tomorrow, and then to Orlando after that.
DC is very pretty.
DC is a cool city. This is, I gotta say, this is like one of my favorite cities.
I agree.
I love
I'm
Boston.
very biased.
I love Boston.
It is very cool. I think it's very underrated.
Yeah.
Boston has a lot of history. It has a lot of unique things, kind of overshadowed by like New York being so close.
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, I like New York City too, but this place is a little more mellow than New York, you know?
I agree.
Like I wouldn't do this, I wouldn't do what we're doing right now in New York City.
Well, that's illegal.
But
They're one of the only...
you'd be taking your life in your hands doing this there.
One of the only major U.S. cities to ban Segway.
Yeah, there's just no way you could do this there.
There's absolutely no way. Too many people, we do have kind of strict laws about Segways in LA. Definitely not outright banned.
Yeah.
Alright.
Still going straight?
Oh yeah, right up there we're gonna get back into our bike path.
Okay.
Make it a little easier for us. Should get this light. There's the walkway. So this is kind of the federal district government center. This building right over here. So Central Plaza is actually my favorite example of like the federal district. So this is like a shopping center, but they actually built it right around the corner. So if you go up those stairs, there's a really old, beautiful corner. You go right around.
I've been down in there before. Yeah, I think, in fact, I think last time I was here, there was like some kind of food festival down in there.
Oh, okay. What time of the year were you here?
I want to say it was like September, but maybe, I could be wrong about that.
There could have been some kind of like marathon thing going on.
It might not have been the last time I was here either, to be fair. It could have been before that.
Okay. I mean, if you go farther down there, you get like Faneuil Hall, Quincy Market.
Yeah.
And that's definitely the highest concentration of prisons.